What is up, you guys? I doubt anyone's tuning in right now, but if you're watching this, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a one-man show, so I'm sharing the link on Twitter right now. But basically today I just put out a video explaining Maximus, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts, see if anyone wants to hop on and ask any questions. I might share a little bit behind the brand and just how we're approaching building this thing. So let me just share this real quick. This is the first stream for Maximus, so we're figuring it out as we go. But if you're rewatching, maybe skip ahead till we start. Also, this is my first time using StreamYard. I think it's kind of the industry standard for the hexagons. All right, let's see. Let me just check just to make sure. Make sure it's working. All right, looks like we're streaming. Let's see. All right, looks like we're streaming. Hey, and it's not that delayed. Okay, when I first tried streaming, I did a few, and I was using OBS, and it just crashed so often that I just decided to stop. Like I didn't know if it was my internet or what, but yeah, we're moving now with Streamlabs. We'll see how the connection works. Looking a little choppy, but it's all good. It's all good. Awesome, guys. Well, I'll hop in, just start sharing a little bit. So if you haven't watched the video I shared today, basically it was just a 5-minute explainer, just trying to touch on the main things about Maximus, how it works, its benefits, and its tokenomics. And so, yeah, I just wanted to kind of hop on here. A few people in the community were asking for an opportunity to maybe ask some questions. I don't think Tonto will be, or Dipcatcher will be available to hop on, but let me just pull this up. All right, so yeah, I'll go ahead and share kind of the behind the scenes Figma doc for everything that's going into Maximus, and you guys will get a behind the scenes look at the product and how it's structured. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Let's cross our fingers because StreamYard's been a little shaky recently. So, all right, let me just check to see if that's shared right now. Okay, what's the best way to do this? All right, dope. There we go. Awesome. That's crazy. That's crazy that it just works. It's so much better than OBS. OBS was like so much free form and trying to figure things out. But yeah, guys, this is the presentation I made today. Let me think if there's anything I wanted to dive in more in detail. To be honest, the reason that video was 5 minutes long was because I was using a tool called Loom, and with the free version, you only get a 5-minute video. So I had to work through it real quick. But yeah, maybe I'll just kind of pull up the presentation and kind of talk through it more in depth with you guys. Let's go full screen. There we go. So yeah, guys. So yeah, what is Maximus? Maximus is a smart contract that facilitates trustless pooling of a MaxLink hex stake. So it's actually really, really simple. And I think that's what really sets it apart from a lot of the projects you see out there today. So really, it's only about four main functions that the smart contract has. So even if you don't have a lot of technical know-how, you can actually kind of look through it. It's only about 100. Last time I checked, it was like 130 lines of code. Um, oh, actually, you know, we just integrated Hedron. I don't know how many. So that's an extra two functions. So it's up to six functions compared to a lot of projects out there. Um, have a lot more, and it's a lot more complex. And that was kind of the vision with Maximus. We wanted to keep it as simple as possible, you know, to try and make it really easy for people to understand. So, you know, this is a Richard Hart inspired project, and so, you know, in saying that, a lot of the thought and the approach that we took with this was kind of following the standards set by Richard Hart himself. So, you know, no admin keys. This no sacrifice phase is something that I think is really important right now with launching a product. There's just so many sacrifice phases going on, and I know a lot of people are really tired of those. So Maximus actually doesn't have a sacrifice phase. It does have a mint phase, and so the difference with a sacrifice phase versus a mint phase is, you know, with minting, it's immediate that you are receiving the Maxi tokens. So, you know, you'll pledge your hex to Maximus instantly. Once that transaction goes through, the Maxi's in your wallet. So no pre-mine. So another thing that kind of sets this project apart, excuse me, is that there's no real added benefit for our team. So we aren't going to be pre-mining any Maxi. We actually have no you know, marketing budget or payment to our team at all, and so that ties into transaction fees. So when using Maximus, all you're paying for is gas fees, but there's no fees attached to utilizing Maximus itself. Immutable code. So this project will be complete at launch, and we won't have access to anything. So no admin privileges at all. We can't change anything. And so when you're utilizing Maximus, you're actually, you know, minting your own rewards. Fair token distribution, that kind of ties into no pre-mine and no transaction fees. But along those same lines, we also didn't build in any bonding curves or you know, no incentives for whales. Like everybody gets, you know, during that minting phase, everyone gets one Maxi per one hex. So we really like that. You know, it equally benefits everybody. And then audited code. So right now we are running a public test. So if you go to maximus.cash, I believe today is the last day to mint, depending on when. Let's see. Oh, did my headphones just cut? Oh no, it looks like we're still connected. Yeah, so we're currently running a test phase. Anyone can try it out. And once that test is complete, then we are going to get an audit done of the code, hoping that it's not too expensive. You know, again, it's a very, very simple contract. So, you know, I pray that we don't have to pay like these crazy like 40K or something, because I don't know if we can do that. Like I mentioned, we have no, you know, budget outside of our own pockets for this whole thing. And that's, yeah. So we will get an audit done, but hoping that that it's a little cheaper than most audits. So yeah, I did touch on this in that video, but no expectations from the work of others. So like I said, this will be a completed project at launch. And so when you mint your Maxi, you are dealing directly with that contract, and you're not dealing with anyone else. Dang, I put this together pretty quickly, but I'm catching some spelling errors that I should have maybe caught before. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about how it works, and maybe we can go a little more in depth in the video. So, yep, during the mint phase, everyone anyone that wants to can pledge one hex to receive one Maxi. And so, the incentive to be early in Maxi is to get this rate, because after this mint phase ends, the price of Maxi will go up. And we'll touch more on that later. But I highly recommend, if you're considering Maxi, to participate in the mint, because you will get the most the best rate for Maxi. So stake. So with these functions, with the stake function, anyone can actually run this function once the mint phase completes. No promises, but that will get taken care of. But somebody will have to pay the gas for that. And so, also with the stake phase. So right now, it's like the last day of the test mint phase. We're doing like a shorter mint phase and a shorter stake, but I believe tomorrow for the test phase, the stake will begin, and I believe it's a 5-day stake. So we'll execute that tomorrow. Let me see if there's any comments right now, by the way. Okay, good. So utilize. So once you've minted your Maxi, you have the option to utilize Maxi on the market like any other ERC20 token. So if you want to sell it, if you want to provide liquidity in liquidity pool, you can do that. You can utilize it like any ERC20 token. And essentially, what it's representing is a redemption value. I'll wait to touch on that more, because I have a good explainer for that. So once the Maxi stake ends, the Maximus contract ends the stake, and the hex is returned to the Maximus treasury. So it's returned to the Maximus contract. And once that happens, users can redeem their portion of the hex stake principal and interest earned. So one thing I didn't add into this slide deck, just for keeping it more simple. So alongside this, we actually are building in integration with Hedron. And if you're familiar with Hedron, essentially you can mint Hedron with a stake, or once you have staked, you can mint Hedron based on the amount of days served in that stake. And so what we've built in here is the ability for our community to be able to, along with the hex principal and earn interest, you'll be able to redeem your portion of the Hedron pool that's been minted for this stake as well from the Maximus contract, which is really big. It's almost, don't know how Hedron is going to do long term, but it could be a 2x multiplier if it all works out for them, which is really, really exciting. Let me just check a second. Let me just make sure I'm still live. Cool. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits of Maximus. So maximum yield. So by pulling funds for a MaxLink Hex stake, Maximus fully captures the 200% longer pays better bonus with Hex and amplifies the 10% bigger pays better bonus for all holders. So I touched on this on the video a little bit, but essentially the longer pays better bonus is locked in because of the MaxLink stake. The bigger pays better bonus, I said amplifies because we don't know for sure if we'll reach 150 million hex. So with that bonus, it's up to 10% with 150 million hex. So that's one thing that's really cool about Maximus, is that there's no downside for more people joining Maximus and minting Maxi. It's actually only upside, because the more money that gets put in, up to 150 million hex, everyone will receive, a bigger bonus for that as well. Instant liquidity. So Maximus gives you optionality. If you want or need to sell all or a portion of your position, you can sell Maxi on a decentralized exchange. Excuse me. So this optionality is something that is definitely on the minds of people building products, especially on top of Hex, because with the way Hex was designed, when you lock up your funds, you have no access to them, and if you don't serve a number of days in your stake, you get completely washed and in penalties. So Hedron is approaching this optionality with encapsulating stakes and allowing you to sell your stakes. So I think what's really interesting and kind of different about our approach is that you don't have to sell your entire stake in order to get this optionality for liquidity. And so with Maximus, each Maxi token represents a portion of your position within the pool. So let's say you wanted to sell some of that position, you can just sell whatever you choose to in Maxi rather than having to sell all of your Maxi, which would be like selling your hex stake, an encapsulated stake. And then with Gnosis safes, so I've heard it talked about, but essentially with a Gnosis safe transfer, that's a complete wallet transfer. So it's not a single stake, it's everything that's within that wallet. So it's a big move, right? And I don't know how I don't even know if that's been built or designed. So it kind of goes like, Gnosis safe is like all your entire wallet. Hedron is a single stake, and then Maximus is like very proportional liquidity. So if you just want, you can just sell what you need rather than having to give up your entire stake. So I think that's pretty. It kind of sets it apart a little bit. Nothing wrong with encapsulated stakes, but it's just another approach to liquidity. Gas fee savings. So while a MaxLink stake earns the most interest per hex staked, it also costs the most gas to end. So this is definitely a big issue for hexkins, and honestly, one of the biggest reasons Richard Hart is building Pulse Chain is because of gas fees. So by consolidating many stakes to one, Maximus greatly reduces gas fees. So if you really think about it, if let's say 100 people join Maximus, right? And let's say rather than using Maximus, those 100 people staked on their own, whatever amount, maybe even if they're all small stakers, they're likely going to have to pay at least an ETH to end those, right? And so there's probably going to be a portion, I don't know what percentage, but depending on the size of their stake, it might not even make sense to end those stakes, right? So by pooling the funds, it reduces that gas fee to actually just one gas fee payment. And so for smaller stakers, that's huge because they might not be able to end their stake at all. So yeah, essentially another way to look at it too is that this benefits the Hexkin economy because it keeps funds in Hexkin's hands, not going to Ethereum miners. One thing Brian has talked to me about too, although Pulse Chain right now, the gas fees will be very cheap. Who knows, 15 years from now, who knows the gas fees on Pulse Chain? And if we all expect Pulse Chain to 10,000x, gas fees are going to go up. So, we don't, that's an unknown right now, but definitely on the Ethereum side, it makes a lot of sense. We'll see on the Pulse Chain side, but still, regardless, it will reduce gas fees for everybody. Market utility. So this is something I'm very excited about. So think of this as yield on yield. So with Maxi being an ERC20, PRC20 token, you'll be able to use it like any other token on the market. So meaning while your Maxi is earning hex interest from the MaxLink stake, you can also put your Maxi to work with other opportunities like yield farming or as a liquidity provider on decentralized exchanges. Sorry, guys. I just got back from the gym. I'm like out of breath right now. So yeah, I think that's really exciting. Think of it as if your T shares were a token and you could utilize those by providing liquidity while your stake is active. And, that's doubling your money, right? It's opening up new opportunities while still earning the maximum hex yield you can earn yield with anything that comes on a Pulse chain. So I think that's pretty awesome. And we'll talk about the tokenomics. So due to its fixed supply and maximum yield earning treasury backing, the Maxi intrinsic value measured in Hex will always go up. By how much will be determined by the daily T-share payout from Hex. So, during the minting phase, day 1 through 30, 1 Maxi will equal 1 Hex. After that, 1 Maxi will be worth more and more Hex every day. And who knows what 1 Maxi will be worth in Hex, at the end of the Maxlink stake. As I mentioned before, we're integrating Hedron. So on top of this value backed in Hex, you'll also have claimable Hedron from the pool as well. So just another multiplier of the value of Maxi. So Maxi actually has two values. So it'll have the treasury value or the redemption value after the stake is ended. So the amount of Hex and Hedron redeemable per Maxi when the Maxlink stake ends, and then the market value. So the price of Maxi on decentralized exchanges. So I created this chart to kind of visualize what we think might happen with that kind of relationship between those two values. So the treasury value is in green and the market value is in blue. So you'll see the treasury value for the mint phase is 1-to-1 until day 30, and then that stake is started. So every day that 1 Maxi will be worth more and more Hex and Hedron, right? So when that stake ends, up and to the right. With the market value, so the minute you mint Maxi, a liquidity pool could be created. We don't know if it will be, but so during this 1-to-1 phase, it might there might be a liquidity pool, might not. Once the stake is active, we think that the market value will likely trend around that treasury value. So there'll be times when it's above that value where it'll be at a premium. That might be a great opportunity to maybe lock in some games if you want to, or you can also just hold till the end. Or, there'll be periods at a discount where the market value will be below the treasury value and could be a great buy opportunity to buy, more into the Maximus stakes. So that wraps that presentation up. I don't know if you guys have checked out the maximus.cash website. That's where the test phase is currently going on. You can also join our Telegram, and our Twitter is Maximus_DAO. On our Twitter, we're actually doing a 1,000 Hex giveaway. So really simple instructions, just like a like and a retweet and a follow. Just want to give some people some liquid Hex if they want to participate in Maximus. But yeah, guys, it looks like we have 6 people on right now. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. Again, I was just kind of going a little more in detail about the presentation that I shared earlier today in a 5-minute video. So was just kind of explaining some different parts a little deeper. But thank you guys for hopping on. This is the first stream for Maximus. I'm using StreamYard for the first time, and it's going pretty well. So it hasn't rugged me yet, which is awesome. But yeah, since I've got you guys here, I'll just kind of give you some behind the scenes on some different assets that I've been working and designing. I'm also going to share this link real quick. How's it going, Bob? Where does the name come from? Max Length, I guess. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of the movie Gladiator. And so when we were thinking about this idea, it just kind of clicked, Max Length stake, Maximus. And yeah, it's worked out really well so far. So good question. So yeah, guys, these were some marketing assets I made. So just kind of talking about those simple phases of Maximus. So you've got your mint, your stake, earn and redeem. Let's see, is there anything? Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with this symbol yet, but it's freaking awesome. I was just playing around and I made this. What is that emoji? Is that two butts? That's so funny. I've never seen that before. That's hilarious. Yeah, so I was just playing around with the tokens and what they could look like. Love the gladiator helmet. Let's see. So I'll give you guys a little look at the possible what the dashboard will look like. I think this is pretty awesome. Let's see. Oh shoot. Let's see. So yeah, we made a dashboard for the test phase. It's pretty simple. Just like shows the total maxi, your maxi, and then just kind of some dates for when things are happening. But this is what it could look like. So we've got the treasury value in USD, and then in hex, the redemption value. So this would be what your maxi is worth at current value, backing per maxi. So this is that redemption value that I talked about. And then we've got the maxi price. So this would be like the market price. And so I think this would be really cool because you could see some opportunities to either, buy some more maxi because it's at a discount, or sell if you'd like to lock in some gains. And then, so this is your maxi. So, 14,000 maxi, percent of the pool. This is just kind of a placeholder of like a good chart for that market rate and the treasury redemption rate. We've got the progress bar down here with how long, until the end of the stake. And then we've got just some more stats over here with dates. So up here, you could mint more maxi. I want to make, because it's going to be on 2 chains, the goal is to launch before the Pulse chain fork. So we can double everybody's bags of maxi. So with that being the case, it would be cool to be able to see, just flip between Pulse chain and Ethereum just to see how each is doing. And then you can connect your wallet. So, and then, yeah, so this was the design for the dApp to be able to mint. So you just connect your wallet. You have to review the pledge, give your permission for hex, confirmed, and then you mint your maxi. So really happy with how this came out. I love this dark theme that we've got going on. You'd be able to see your hex balance and your maxi balance, and then you just add maxi to MetaMask. So yeah, guys, I'm pretty excited for what's to come. We just let's see how long we've been. Oh, that's an elbow bump. Oh my gosh. It literally looks, I just saw the words for it. It says elbow bump, but it literally looks like 2 guys rubbing their butts together. That's so funny. That's awesome. So let's see. When did we create the Twitter? That's when it's really official. So we launched it. We started working on this in January. So, we were up to 461 followers on Twitter, organic. That's awesome. We've got 170 members in Telegram, and some really awesome questions have been coming through. I put the links to everything, all of our official links, in the description. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free to click through that. And yeah, also that's the Telegram is probably the best place to go to ask questions. One thing that's been really cool with this project, which I've never really experienced, is that there's been some amazing people join our community that are actually answering questions about Maximus. And I think that's like, it's like so cool to see. Like I've never experienced that. And so shout out to Mr. E and everyone else who's been helping new people kind of understand a little bit about Maximus. And it's been really helpful because we're pretty busy with this. And it's been kind of crazy, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a freelance designer. Business has been kind of dry right now, and I'm working on Maximus. I'm just like obsessing about it. I just think it's such an awesome product, and I should be trying to drum up some more business to actually get paid, because I don't actually, we didn't build this in a way for us to like pay ourselves from it. So kind of crazy to do that. It's completely out of pocket, which is awesome. Like it's like, I don't know. It's a crazy time for me personally, but I can't stop working on this. It's been really exciting. Ooh, we got some new people in. What's up, Hex Futures? Jim Rat, what's up, man? Good to see you. Great stream earlier. I was telling everybody I just started. I just tried Streamlab or StreamYard because it's kind of the industry standard with everybody. So I'm trying to figure it out, but loving it so far. I haven't gotten rugged. I kept getting rugged with OBS, and so yeah, this is awesome. I'm gonna have. I wanted Tonto Dipcatcher to hop in here and we could have a discussion, but he's away from his house, so in the future we'll definitely be having some good discussions on here. I'm actually really loving StreamYard. It's awesome. But Jim Rat, we got to stream soon, man. I want to chat with you about the fitness journey and hear how life's going for you. But yeah, guys, I'll probably be ending this pretty soon. Just wanted to hop on and kind of discuss, in more depth, kind of the presentation I went over, the 5 minutes, because I kind of flew through that. But hopefully you guys were able to learn a little bit more about Maximus and hopefully spark some questions. So feel free to hop in our Telegram and follow us on Twitter. Again, we're having a contest to give away 1,000 hex, and that goes through Sunday. So go check out that on Twitter. But thank you guys. This is awesome. Thanks for hopping in. All right, guys. Later.